Now, we shall try to know women and their connectivity with the novels. The situations were not so good and not so familiar when it comes to the understanding or allowing the women to read the novels. Most of the people, especially we all know that Indian society was a male dominated society. It is a patriarchal society where we have male member taking over the entire control of the family. So most of the decisions are taken by the male members in the family. Even today also we have in most of the families the same thing. Only in exceptional cases, very few families now, but now there is a freedom for women to discuss and to talk about the issues. But during that time also, male dominated society being headed by the male member of the family. So most of the times the decisions all are taken by the head of the family, that is father or husband. So most of the husbands and most of the fathers would have an opinion. Most of the times they are having an opinion that we should not allow women to read the modern novels, because in the modern novels they are explaining not only the modern society, the way the relationships are there between the husband and wives, between the lover and the beloved one. So the lover and the beloved one, so all these things, it is giving an open face for the woman to say whether she would like to be in a relationship or she would like to break up the relationship. So these all things were in the brains of the people that women may get polluted very soon. Women are very sensitive. So by reading these kind of novels, they may become very changing their mindset. So the soon influential people according to the men are women and children. And most of the people used to avoid women reading any of the novels, and next, because they don't want to get them influenced by the novels. The second point is that most of the novels are kept out of the reach of children. So the novels are kept out of the reach of the children so that children also will not get influenced by the novels. But children would try to read the books often by stealing them and without the knowledge of the parents. That's how they started to read. And it's not that only the men books are being published in the market. Many of the women also came forward to give their contributions towards them. Initially they were writing poems, later they started to write the biographies, then autobiographies, and then the novels. So like that, women also started to put their pen and blot it down and write something and bring into the picture what are the actual problems that they started to face. So this all brought into reality what are the actual things that are happening during that period. And we have some example here. Rokeya Hussain, after her husband passed away, when she started to be widowed, she set up a school, a girls' school, in which she started to contribute for the society. So with this, she became a role model for the entire woman, and she started to write books in order to encourage the women to be independent. So in her sarcastic style, she wrote a book called Sultana's Dream in 1905, and the other book was Padamarg. So after writing these two books, she wanted to explain that it's not always that men who take the initiative, women also have to take the initiative. And she went on to an extent by explaining, like, if men is replaced by women, what would be the situation, what are the conditions, that all she explained in her novels. And she wanted to highlight the role of the woman in the society. That's why she tried a very large level to influence the women and asking them to be independent. And it's a time to react. It's not only the way to get suppressed by somebody. You need to start up and talk something and to raise your voices. But still we have some examples where women are still facing problems. See here, Hannah Mullins, when she wrote a book called Karuna O Fulmanor Biberian. In this, she explains very clearly that she has been writing secretly this book because she is afraid that her husband would not allow her to write the book, or her father-in-law or the elders would not allow her to write the book. Later, we also have one more example like Saila Bala Ghosh Jaya. Saila Bala Ghosh Jaya also mentioned that she has been always protected by her husband. That is the only reason why she is able to complete the book. If not, she might have been stopped by writing the books. So this all brings for us the picture that women are not given free hand to access the novels. Children are not given free hand to access the novels. The reason behind this is that the children or the women are the most easily influential person in the society. Men were determined, strong according to the people of that time. So they do things very perfectly, but women and children are fragile. They are very delicate. They get influenced by books what they read, and that too in the modern books. When these modern books are discussing about the relationships, whether to have relationships, whether to break the relationships between the husbands and wives, the romantic relationships, understanding the friends, looking at the society, the way you dress up, the modern ways of thinking. So all these things, people are scared. What this impact would be on the minds of the younger generations. So they used to hide the books from the reach of the children. Because they are hiding the books, the children got fascinated to read those books. So these people started to search that books which are hidden and read them when the parents were not there or unknowingly to the parents. Somehow women managed to write their own contribution also to the novels instead of just reading the novels which are written by the men. So they also started to give their significant contributions by writing books. They faced a lot of problems. We have seen an examples of Rokeya Hussain or Hannah Mullins or Saila Bala. All these people have made a remarkable contribution, though they faced a lot of problems.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.